I am doing my live stream from my Chamber of Commerce meeting that we had this morning. And it is again going to be on perfectionism. This is video number 16. And I am with my special guest friend, Liz. Not Liz. Oh my gosh. The L came into my name. Jill Lowry. And she is, I'm just going to move a little bit closer. So, well, I'll turn the video to you so you can see.
Okay.
So people can see you as we talk. But we're going to just be talking really briefly about perfectionism and how it interferes with what we are looking to do. So I'm going to let Jill introduce herself, just a second or two about her business, and then we'll talk about maybe what that looks like for her to be a perfectionist and how that interferes with her getting what she wants. So take it away just a second.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Jill Lowry. I'm a certified Reset It specialist, which means that I teach people in 2 affordable 90-minute sessions a technique that allows them to reset all the things that don't belong to them, like programming that they picked up from an early age 0 to 7, where we were formed into perfectionists. That's a conglomeration of family dynamics and societal messages and all of those things. And I teach people how to reset those. Had to do a lot of that stuff on myself as part of the certification process so that I don't transfer any of my programs onto one of my clients.
So tell me a little bit about how your personal brand of perfectionism gets in the way of what you want.
Well, so I've been a perfectionist my entire life. I remember having teachers pull me outside of the classroom to say, your poor brain is not going to be able to live up to 100% your entire life. You need to get a grip on this. So those are, but that was devastating, right? That means somebody noticed that I wasn't perfect. Oh no. But as a business owner, what happens, what I see as the biggest manifestation of my procrastination of perfectionism is procrastination. And in fact, I read a book where I fit into a category of procrastination perfectionist.
Very common. Very common.
What that means is that I want to know that the whole project is going to turn out great before I start. But if you think about it, that's so unrealistic. I mean, you're going to learn along the way. And I know in my life experience, I learned a lot along the way, right? I didn't start out great at dog agility. I didn't start out great at anything I set out to do. But there's something in me that says, if I'm not absolutely sure that it's going to turn out great, don't even start. Well, so I was procrastinating on setting up my website and putting my personal story out there because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. But gosh, I mean, then I was stuck, right?
Right.
So
what happens when you get stuck like that?
Well, what I used to do in my corporate life was, all right, we've got a big project to plan. We've got a big new initiative that we need to bring out. Let me bring all of my managers in from every single area and throw everything out on the table. What could go wrong? And then we would plan how to be successful and then would dictate the timeline of when we started and the regulations that we needed to meet and all of those things. And we had everybody's best guess on the table and we were all in it together. What a nice way to live. And that's how I got through this procrastination, perfectionism when I was part of a team. But on my own, I was just sitting there twiddling my thumbs going, I don't know. And I'm learning, I'm taking another course and I'm taking another course and I'm taking another course, which is just ad nauseum, right? And I finally hired one of the marketing experts in the Chamber St. Matthews and had her talk to me about what the process was going to be. And she said, well, this is your assignment due next week. And I knew I went into it saying, I know I'm a procrastination perfectionist. I know you won't let me fail. And that was the ticket. And she said, you've got to do these things by next week or you'll get behind. Oh, well, you can't tell a perfectionist that they're going to get behind, right? Right. Playing my tune. So,
well, Jill, thank you for that. So the key here is to seek outside help because perfectionists have a really hard time fixing these things on their own, and we will just continue to try and try and try. It's insanity,
even
right?
to admit that there's a
Right.
procrastination issue, right? Because we can
Right.
study our way out of
Yes,
anything,
yes.
but
And
it's
I
much better to do it together
I
and to
think
admit that you have an issue.
right. Yes, yes. And you know, the fail to launch, and I think I did a live on this. I don't even remember, like last week. And I think it was like I had a catchy little phrase. I don't even remember what it was. But we're gonna end this video because what's happened is I'm using my arms and they're they're going into muscle failure right now.
You see that shaking of the
Yeah, I'm like,
camera.
oh. So, thank you so much, Jill. If
You're
you would
welcome.
like to
Hope it helps
connect with Jill,
someone.
yeah, if you would like to connect with Jill, you can find her through my social media. We're connected, I think, on Facebook and
Yes,
LinkedIn.
absolutely.
And then it's important to remember that when you are experiencing perfectionism, you are not alone. And what I do as a coach is I help people to come together to get stuff out that they keep secrets, because secrets are only going to kill you. And it's not just your business, but your personal life. They will just make you crazy. And if you are actually in a relationship with someone, your perfectionism is messing with them. So if you'd like to have a great relationship, give me a contact, give me a thumbs up, give me something so that you are on board with me. Anyway, my arms are dead now. So thank you so much for listening. And we look forward to talking to you. Connect with me. You can go to my expert integrity quiz if you're interested in that on the top of my LinkedIn page. I believe